Hi guys. So today we're going to be talking about views. And have you ever wondered about the reusability of writing a complex query? And if you can reuse it to further filter the data? I've got the answer to this. This is perfectly doable with the help of views and table-valued functions in SQL Server. And I'm going to walk you through how we can use views and table-valued functions in this video, so stay tuned for that one. So let's talk about views first. So views are basically a virtual table for the reusability of advanced queries. And the second thing why we use views is basically it makes the query really simple. Let's have a closer look to one of the examples for the views. So in this view example, we basically have a view called order totals by year. And in this view, basically we have a complex query that we're using it with a join. And we're joining the orders table and order details table from the sales schema, and we're having the results as stored in this view called order totals by year. So we're gonna have some hands-on in the SQL Server. For better understanding, you can follow along, and you can just copy the code if you like to follow along. There you go. And just hit the execute button, and the table has been created, which is basically an employee table with an employee number as a primary key, and then we have the first name, last name of the employee joining date. We have an additional has resigned attribute, and then we have an employee wage, which is in decimal. Now we're going to insert some values in the employee. So I'm just going to have two queries for that one. So basically what I've inserted is two employees with the name of John and Samantha, and they have different employee numbers and there are different details. Next, we are going to have two more tables created as well, which are basically called locations and shifts. So I'll just actually hit the execute button, and now we have locations with location ID and location name, and then we have shifts with shift ID, start time, end time, location ID, and employee ID as well, with shift ID as a primary key. Let me insert some values in locations and shifts as well. So I'm gonna have the query for that one, and I'm just gonna hit the execute button so I can see the rows affected, and we have some rows inserted in the locations and shifts now. Now I'm just gonna select star from the three tables, and I can see that the data is actually scattered in the three tables for employee, locations, and shifts. So now what I'm interested in basically is having a join with all of these three tables, and finding out the employees basically who have worked on different locations, and the location names actually, which is stored in a different table. So for that reason, I've actually written a join query here, and I've used an equi join. Please note that you can also use an inner join as well here with the join keyword. And if I actually go ahead and run this query, it will give me, so this is an invalid object name location. Yes, sorry. So that's because I haven't included the s over here. So let's rerun the query. So, and that's also with the shifts as well. We have to have the s as well. So if I execute this query, it will actually give me the employees who have basically worked on different locations. So we have basically an employee with the name of John who have actually worked on two different locations. So basically the location names are coming from a different table with the help of join. So now if you wanted to use this query again and again, I have to use this query again and again, and I have to write the query again. So in order to avoid that, we have basically the views that comes into place. So basically we can create a view on the result set of the query, and that can actually act as a virtual table. So let's do this here. I'm just gonna write create view, and I'm gonna just give a name for the view. Let's call it employee locations. and I'm just gonna have the as keyword, and then I'm gonna just go ahead and execute this query. Now I actually have the view now. So now if I go ahead and select star from employee locations, which is the name of the view, and if I execute this query, I have basically the same result set, and that actually means that a view is being created, and this is basically the same result set which was the result of the complex join query that we previously had. So the view actually makes it really simple for the reusability of complex queries. And then we can further filter the result set of the views from the virtual table. And in this example, for example, in this virtual table, in this view, for example, we can actually do an order by, and we can say order by location name, and let's say descending. And then I'm gonna just go ahead and run this query. So that's actually will be the same in this situation, but if I actually go and keep it ascending, it will actually give me Burwood as the first location, and then Melbourne Central as the second location. So this is basically the use and benefit of using views, that it actually makes it really simple for the reusability of complex queries, and it actually makes the query really simple. Next, we also have the inline table valued functions. The inline table valued functions are very similar to the views. The concept is similar. It's very similar. The only difference is that it also supports the input parameters as well, so that you can actually have a table like a virtual table. You can have a table, and then you can actually pass parameters to the table as well, which you can use it in filter clauses, or you can use it for calculation purposes. So you can basically pass values in the inline table valued functions as well, which we're going to talk about in detail in the next videos. So stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching the whole tutorial for the views. I hope you liked it, and you have a great day. Thank you.